Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our podcast.
Today we're covering more of the anime Spy Family.
Yes, finally we completed the series like all of you did, and this anime was greenlit very quickly based on his manga that's gained global popularity, and rightly so. Now it follows the spy, Twilight, as he's sent on missions to help stop the plans of an incoming war between the East and the West. And in order to stop that, he has to create a family.
Yes, that is actually the mission. And before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to update the future podcasts and pause videos.
Yes. Now, we first started watching this for the first 5 weeks. We released a podcast on Mondays. For those of you who weren't familiar with this series, we've been reading the manga, so we're current and we know all that's going on via the manga. So to help you guys out, we did a few initial videos and we stopped after episode 5.
Right.
So hopefully you got into it, you're loving it like we do, and now we can discuss the first half of season 1.
Yes, because it went off quite recently and it will return with the second half in October. First half has 12 episodes. So they gave a lot of time to cover I think maybe 2 or 3 volumes of the books and provide a lot of humor for people who have been waiting so long for this to be adapted.
And enough time for you to fall in love not only with Twilight and Anya and Yor. You can't help falling in love with the entire family. And the dynamic is wonderful. The way that it's written, they all bounce and play off of each other. The comedy is on point. The seriousness is on point.
Yes.
The storylines are on point. The supporting characters are on point. This is just one of the most perfect anime and mangas that we've personally read and watched.
Yes. And nearly nothing was changed. It's almost 1-to-1. Now, that could change as it goes further on with the second half, but right now it stays pretty accurate. The only thing that was really severely changed was an episode where Anya got rewarded for getting high grades and getting into the school. So in the book, it was just a couple pages long, or maybe 3 pages of pretending she's being rescued and everything, like a spy show. It's kind of Inception in a way. And for the anime, that was not going to be long enough or big enough for the anime, so they made it into a big old spectacle where it was a party and a castle and people showing up and it was a whole game and everything.
And it was done fantastically. We didn't expect it, and it's kind of like when you watch some of the other animes like MHA, and they have the fan episode or the extra episode, or like in this
the filler,
they extended it, and it was done perfectly. Lloyd Man was the hero.
Right.
So we meet Twilight first, then Twilight goes to an orphanage to get a child, and he ends up with Anya, who's as she says, a telepath. And what's hilarious is Lloyd is this super awesome, incredible, super spy that doesn't realize after talking to this child a couple episodes that she's a telepath.
Right.
Somehow, some way, he doesn't get it.
Right.
So then after getting the child, he needs to secure a wife. So he ends up meeting Yor, who he has gotten her dossier and seen everything about her. But he didn't expect to run into her. He was going to run into someone else.
Right.
And then he ends up with Yor, whom we were very happy with. Anyone who's read the book or seen the anime is. And then fun and spying ensue.
Yes.
So for a few episodes, you see them going out on outings. You see that Lloyd is still doing cases, and I forgot to mention that Yor is
an assassin.
Yeah, an assassin, a telepath, and a spy. And so you get to see them do their jobs. You get to see them try to get Anya into this super exclusive school.
Yes.
That is part of the mission that Twilight has.
Right. And the goal is to get into the school and have her reach all these stars as to get a stellar star, and then become an imperial scholar. And the goal is if she becomes an imperial scholar, she can get close to the sun. If it goes to the sun, you get close to the father. And it looks like the father is planning on possibly starting a war and has plans for it. So it have to go through all this in order for the two of them to meet, and then either A, get the information that can stop it, or B, maybe talk him out of it.
Right. And so that is one of the funniest arcs within this series, and the arc comes and goes with other episodes in between.
Right.
So amongst all this, we also meet his handler, or Lloyd's handler. We meet the person who, Mr. Scruffy, who helps him.
Right.
And we get to meet Yor's brother, Yuri.
Yes.
Who is a lunatic.
Yes.
And in love with his sister.
Again, yes, the trope is in here. It's like, oh god.
And the way it's presented is hilarious. In other anime, you see it, and it really does creep you out. But in here, they've written it so hilariously that you're too busy laughing at the dynamic to be creeped out. Even though you know it's creepy and cringy, you still can't help laughing because of all the things that are going on.
Right. There's even like 2 episodes where he comes over and he's already losing his mind, and they haven't done anything resembling them being married, but he just gets drunk, he goes crazy. What do you call him when I'm gone? Lloyd?
Or Lloydie.
And he's just said, nothing, it's just Lloyd. And one of the biggest parts of this is also hilarious and intriguing is that only Anya knows everyone's secret.
Because she's a telepath.
Right. And every time she's just excited to see, every person she meets has some exciting secret. Lloyd doesn't know about her being telepath and Yor being assassin or any other secrets. Yor doesn't know their secrets, but Anya knows everyone else's. And the whole thing is that every character has a secret that they're keeping from the other.
The only one figured out, Lloyd did figure out about Yor's brother, which we won't tell you that.
Right.
He did figure that out. He can't figure out she's the telepath, but he figured that out.
Right.
Now, 2 of the great things about this anime are the opening and the ending. For those of you, I should say, that are like us, you love a great opening and ending. This has both. So you'll never want to skip any part of any episode. You will watch it from the very beginning to the very end.
Right.
The songs they have the wholesomeness and the fun. And one of the songs is made by the same people who made the opening to BNA.
Yes.
And as soon as you hear it, you recognize it immediately.
Yes.
So the opening and the endings are fantastic. The artwork's fantastic in the opening and endings as well. The animation for this series is spectacular. It's beautiful. And there's so much detail. And I personally like seeing all of yours outfits. And Twilight's outfits as well. In one episode, we really get to see them change clothes a lot when they're on their way to the school. And so this season ends with a slight cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And this season has been a lot of fun. But from seeing the preview for the for the first half of the season, seeing the preview for the second half of this season, now it's gonna get dark.
Yes.
And if you've read the manga, you know where it's going to go.
Right.
We won't spoil it for you and tell you. But do go to Spy Family or Crunchyroll and see the trailer for season 2 after you complete watching the first. I keep saying season 2, guys. The second half of season 1.
Yes.
After you watch the first half of season 1.
Yes. And now that you brought that up, that's a thing that I think a lot of people are saying is going to come up for the story eventually. No, it's not going to be a manga that runs for years and years and years like MHA and One Piece and all that. We know it's going to have an end. It's set to have an ending. And one thing people are a little concerned about is that when it gets towards the end, you know, at one point, all the secrets are going to be out. They're going to find out one's a spy, one's an assassin, one's a telepath, one can see the future, one's a police. You can see everything. It's all going to be put out there. And the concern is, will it lose its charm and it's fun and it's intriguing once it's out there? Will it be so dark or so far from when it was in the beginning? Will they lose what made it great?
I'm thinking and hoping, because the way it's written, there's going to be a happy ending. It's not going to be an ending we expect, but I think it's going to be an ending that the readers and viewers will be pleased with, except for those who maybe like darker endings. I don't think it's going to have a dark ending.
Yeah.
I really don't think so.
Okay, that'd be
Tatsuya
good.
doesn't seem to write that way.
Yeah.
From what we've seen.
Right.
And I don't think he's going to have you love all of this and then go bam, kill, stab, all these
Stabby,
other
stabby.
things. I just don't see that happening.
Right.
So, if you have not seen Spy Family, it's available exclusively on Crunchyroll. Head over. What are you waiting for? It's worth paying the monthly premium for. And there's a lot of other excellent anime on there as well. including Escape Infinity, The Millionaire Detective, Demon Slayer, and so much more.
Yes.
It's worth the cost.
Yes.
And if you have seen it, let us know what you think in the comments below. Did you start at the beginning like we did, or did you come in afterwards? Have you read the manga? Let us know. We can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Yes. And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates and monthly videos on your favorite anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
And our review on the second half of season 1, which we can't wait to see. Also, I want to add that on Twitter there is some dynamic, amazing, beautiful, outstanding, fun fan art being done by so many people. There's just so much art that really helps you fall even more in love with this series and its characters. And then you see just how much this has become a fan favorite and really loved. This has got to be the most popular new series of 2022.
Yes, absolutely. So, thank you so much for watching Mask Entertainment.
And I want to add quickly for your MHA fans, in the English dub, Alex Morgan, who does Aizawa, is the voice of Twilight. And it's available in both sub and dub to watch. We've watched both, but we started watching sub, so we kind of stuck with that version. But you gotta hear Aizawa as Twilight. You'll really love it.
Right.
So with that, I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.